Hello, my friends. My name's Mitch. I'm a carnivore. I'm 77 years old. I have a YouTube channel called Old Guy Carnivore, but you know that. You're here. Today I'm going to record an introduction to what I'm equating to a book. A book entitled Old Guy Carnivore's Complete Carnivore Lifestyle Guide. But it's not a book. I've already written a book. I've already made over 400 videos on this YouTube channel, and I've discovered that the best way for me to get the information that I have out is on this platform. In those 400 videos that I made over the past year, many people have told me that my approach, based on what I'd learned after living 75 years as an extreme carb addict and having failed diet after diet my entire life, till I found carnivore 2 years ago, that my advice based on what I had learned is the first thing that's really helped them. And these comments, that flattering that they are, basically attribute my wisdom and my techniques for saving their lives, prompted me to do this, a video series that at this point prospectively stands at about 15 videos, but I'm sure that list will grow as I discover more and more that I think is necessary to say. These videos will be released probably over the next 6 months as I write them, film them, and get them out. You can watch them one at a time. But when they're all done, this series of videos will be a legacy. Something that I hope will consolidate all of the random thoughts and information spread over those 400 and some odd videos into a cohesive, sequential, let's call it a lesson plan, to be introduced to and grasp the concepts of every aspect of this carnivore lifestyle guide. Let's go into the studio. You'll see me like this most of the time, and you'll see things pop up in the background, like this. Illustrations, web pages, all kinds of things, and you'll find me down in the corner. Yes, way down, way over here, down in the corner, talking to you while I show you this stuff. It's the magic of computers. I'm going to keep this introduction brief. I'm going to show you a very early, tentative list of what the different chapters are going to be and the order in which I think at this point they're going to come. This is a work in progress, subject to a lot of change. So I hope you'll bear with me. And when it's done, I hope it becomes one of the definitive guides to living a successful and healthy carnivore lifestyle. Here's the tentative list of chapters. I've got 14 of them there so far. Chapter 1, Introduction to the Series. You found this one. Chapter 2, what does it mean to be a carnivore? Then the current state of our health and how we got here. Where did all of this deadly and poisonous misinformation about what is the appropriate human diet, where did this ever come from? And it's a story that goes back over 100 and almost 50 years. Understanding where all this misinformation comes from makes it much easier for you to ignore that scary advice from these so-called experts. It's important that you know the history of where the problem came from. The next chapter, a thorough understanding of carb addiction. The second thing that is hugely important to understand, to assign credibility to it, to understand the roots of why we get so carb addicted and why the politics, the greed, graft, and corruption quash the message and don't want it to become a thing that people might even consider. Until you accept the fact that this is a real thing, you, my friends, are not going to be able to understand why you need to do so many of the things that I suggest to finally improve your health, lose the weight, and most important, keep it sustainable. Then we get down to the how-tos, the execution of the carnivore lifestyle. What can you eat if you're a carnivore? Starting carnivore the first 30 days. How to shop and how to shop economically. Cooking, one of my favorite parts. How to prepare the different foods for carnivore so that you can get some variety. And for me, the most important thing is it needs to be a no-brainer. It needs to be quick, simple, delicious, with very little cleanup. I have many, many recipe videos that'll be referenced in this chapter and easy to find. What medical conditions has the carnivore diet proven to either cure or reverse? Chapter 10, weight loss considerations on a carnivore diet. Now, this may sound obvious to you, but this is much more nuanced than you can ever imagine. How long do I have to maintain a strict carnivore diet, including reintroducing foods down the road? Is exercising important on a carnivore diet? Another one that affects people my age or even 10 to 20 years younger, carnivore and aging. Can I do it at my age? Is it safe? Is it worth it? Chapter 14th, which is the last chapter I've here, but not likely the last one, is where I'm going to do kind of a bibliography of so many of what I think are the best carnivore influencers, people that I've listened to. Some of them have even listened to me, which is very flattering. That's where it stands today. Might not bear any resemblance to this in 6 months as I finish up the last chapter. But for the time being, this will give you some idea of the magnitude of what I plan to accomplish here. I hope it's worthwhile. It's going to be a ton of work. Going to be a ton of work. So, my friends, we'll wrap it up with this one. Please leave me some comments and let me know what you think of my ideas. Let me know what you think of the actual look of the graphics and the way I intend to produce it. Don't hesitate to give me any ideas that you might have. This is a community project as far as I'm concerned. We'll see you in the next one. But for now, take the rest of the day off and eat meat.